what a week it was, man. Finally, we made it. I feel like winding down a little bit. I'm gonna open Spotify and have some tunes up. Just, nothing special, just some classics. You know what? Let's go with the old and trusted. Metallica, always there with, good music to a... Well, they have this whole yellow thing going on right now, which is a little weird, but I guess it's for the new album, which is like all yellow, so it makes perfect sense. Anyway, enough yellow stuff talk. Let's just listen to some tunes. While we're at it, I don't even feel like looking at this interface so much. Like, this is too much for just the little song information that I want. I guess there's the cue, but even that is not really what I wanted. So, you know what? Let's click this little button here at the bottom that says full screen and use Spotify's own full screen. And now we have immediately a bunch of problems that I want to talk about. And why I think this interface is absolutely horrible. And also, one of my personal hobby projects that I've been working on for a couple of times that attempts to fix everything you see here. So let's go over the problems one at a time. The first, most glaring issue that immediately jumps to your mind when you see this is that there's only one picture of the band that pretty much spans 90% of the screen, and it's the previously managed yellow one, which I guess makes sense for their new stuff, but we are here for the classic Enter Sandman, an album that has been out for the better part of 30 years now, and this doesn't really match. Not only that, there's one more glaring issue, which is the actual album cover art is way down here in the corner, and if you were to take a step back from the screen, you wouldn't even be able to see anything. And personally, the third and most glaring issue of this stupid interface is the progress bar. Well, normally this wouldn't be too much of a problem. It looks pretty decent. It spans the entire screen. I guess the numbers are a little smaller. Whatever. The problem is, as soon as you stop moving your mouse, it takes a few seconds and the interface just disappears. Suddenly, all you're left with is the song title, the artist, and this gigantic picture showing you the artist, and nothing else. What's extra funny is that the mouse cursor does not disappear, despite it being directly involved in making sure this stuff appears. So, from a purely practical standpoint, this interface has pretty much failed every single task. It is not showing you anything about the upcoming songs. It is not even showing you too much about the current song. It is just there, I don't know, filling up your screen with the artist's image for some reason. And you know what's extra funny about all this? I've queued up a song of a band that isn't too much known, so I'm just gonna skip to that. And you will immediately see a big difference. The moment an artist does not have any, wallpaper, gigantic resolution images in their Spotify database, it just becomes this one extremely bland interface with the picture on the left, which thankfully is a little bit taller now. We have the artist and song name once again, but none of the other problems are resolved. So even if I stop moving my mouse cursor, you can still see that the information for the current song just disappears. So now you have this pretty much one color screen with a rather low resolution image and the name for the current song and artist. That's it. There's nothing else here. Now you would think, well, what's the big deal about showing us the current progress? I mean, it's just songs. They're always averaging around 3 to 5 minutes, maybe even shorter. And for that I would say, first of all, who cares? Even if a song is just 3 minutes, I want to know if I'm 2 minutes in or I don't know, close to the end. But even if we assume that the song length for most songs does not matter, there's one glaring issue after all, which is podcasts. If we go to a podcast that is 2.5 hours long, I'm damn sure that I want to know how far in I am. And yet it does not do that. If we just have the screen open, we have no idea whether we're just at the start of the podcast or somewhere like in the middle third or like second third or something. It's completely bonkers why they did this design. It's completely failing at every single thing an informative design should have. So hopefully with this video I gave you a small glimpse of why I think this interface is completely useless and should not be used. I have worked on a hobbyist private project called Spotify Big Picture, which attempts to solve every single issue that I've just mentioned. But unfortunately the video was getting kinda long, so I've decided to split it up into multiple parts. In the next part I will introduce you properly how Spotify Big Picture works and how to set it up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.